Hey, Bobcat fans, welcome to this edition of Student Athletes, brought to you by Bubba's 33 of Longview and Roof Masters of Hallsville. Today we have Lance and Walt. How y'all doing?
Doing great.
So we got inside linebackers, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's get this going. We just came off a big win from with Mount Pleasant. What's y'all's take on that game?
And it was a fun game to play. I mean, they were out there talking trash, so I had to talk a little bit back. But I felt like just all together, the whole defense came together. It was the best we ever played together, and it was a fun one.
Oh, yeah. We were hitting them in the mouth hard, back to back to back.
When you have a game like that, I mean, you start feeling it right off the first. I mean, the first drive, they got the ball. We shut them down. They punted right back to us. Mm-hmm. Do you know right then, or is it one of those?
I mean, you'd like to say but you never want to get too confident, too cocky, and just let the game slip away from you. So
keep playing your best. Don't just be okay with whatever.
So prep all week. We were watching film, and I don't know how much film y'all watch. Mm-hmm. Was it like coming together? Like, I've seen this play before. I've seen this before, and I know what they're fixing to do. And I mean, y'all had 15 tackles apiece. Yeah. You know, how many turnovers? 2. You get fumble recovery for both y'all. I mean, that's a night that you just dream of right there.
So, well, there was a couple plays like you see the formation, you see the motion, and it's like, hey, they're about to do this, and not always. It didn't always happen, but sometimes it came together. You see it happen. You saw it happen on film, and you make a play.
Right.
Yeah. And as a linebacker, we just lock in on the O line, and whatever they do, if they pull, that pretty much tells us what's going to happen. So that's easy for us. But even though they're real big guys, we just see what their movement is, and that tells us where the ball is going and where we need to be and where we need to fit.
So inside linebackers, do y'all have to cover receivers coming out of the backfield at all?
We do. I'm a wheel linebacker, so if the running back goes my way, I have to take the wheel route, and then me and him have hook to curls, so we'll back up 10 yards, and we have a little certain range.
As a Mike, I basically just sit in the middle of the field. Anything that comes my way,
tackle everything. and hope you don't get hit from behind by the hail coming flying in. Crazy man back there.
Oh yeah.
Friday night was, like I say, it was one of them nights that everything came together. The offense looked good. The special teams was on point all night long. Let's talk about all 3 phases of the game. I mean,
well, I'm on special teams, kickoff and kickoff return, and I would say we were locked in. We'd have a little huddle at the beginning. We say hit them in the mouth. Everybody was hyped. We were excited. People were going off, and we had people full speed to the ball, not giving up. They'd fall, and they'd get back up and tackle. That was in our film this morning. And then also on kickoff return, getting to block them, we always try to pancake them because that's fun. We try to hit them as hard as we can to throw when they're not looking. Yeah.
And I think a big part of it was the momentum, keeping the momentum going.
Right.
And it's just before every drive, we got to say, hey, don't let them get no momentum. Keep it on our sideline and, just keep playing.
We talked about that a little bit with Coach Strickler earlier about the momentum heading into halftime and having a unique halftime this week due to not much of a performance. So how was that different for y'all going in there with that short time like that?
It was real quick. We went in there, sat down, coach gave us a little talk, and then our other coaches had their little meetings, and they came in real quick. We ran to the weight room and then went over what we were seeing and what they were seeing and any adjustments that needed to be made.
And typically we'll have we'll do all that a little bit slower, and we'll have a good 10, 15 minutes to chill out, drink some Gatorade, just relax for a minute. But
not this week.
No, we got pulled out of our meetings early, actually, to go out there and stretch.
So what do you prefer? Obviously when the momentum's on your side, you don't want to stop at all.
I was excited.
12 another halftime, everybody's pumped, life is great. We had a safety this week. We hadn't had one of those all year long. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, that was pretty exciting.
So that was pretty neat.
It was. I liked it. It gave me, having a short time, my adrenaline was still going. I had all the excitement, and we were ready back out on the field.
After the game's over with, I see a bunch of guys running and sliding on the field.
Yeah.
Did either one of y'all do the slide?
Did
you?
I did not.
Well, I don't know if I like the wet turf and the beads all this.
See, in the moment, that's not what you're thinking about.
You ain't worried about it.
We're heading to the playoffs.
That's right. So this at the start of the season, this is what we talked about, going to the playoffs. What does that mean to you guys?
Well, as seniors, we've been together our whole lives, and it's just, I don't know, we've worked forever to get to this point, and now we're finally there.
Right.
It means a lot.
For me, it was like, so sophomore year, I went with that crew,
Right.
and it was a cool experience. Like, I never had nothing like that, experienced nothing like that, and I'm excited to do it again with the people that I grew up with and played with, like you said.
Well, you're seniors, so do y'all consider yourselves the leaders on the group, or
I'd say so, yes, sir.
and what style of leadership do y'all have? Rah get on their tail end, or by example?
I think sometimes it
both.
depends on the situation and who you're talking to, because there's some people that won't respond if you're like, hey man, come on,
Right.
you're good. Sometimes you just got to get on them.
Yes.
So talk about P&G. I know what are we looking at down there with those guys? Have y'all got to see any film at all?
We have they have a really big O-line, biggest yet. Linebackers, or not linebackers, the running back. He's a big fella, so we're just gonna work on getting around the linemen, not getting blocked. That's what we're looking at so far this week.
Yeah, and like you said, we're both linebackers, so we're looking at the same thing. Mainly the linemen that we're looking at right now at like practice. We've already during the period we went over some drills to get around those blocks and take care of what we got to take care of in the.
Well, as linebackers, y'all got to stay clean back there. That's where your defensive line has to take up the blocks
Right.
to keep you guys clean the flow to the ball.
Right, but I mean, any mistakes they make, we got to fix.
Right, that's
And,
right.
Yeah, and
That's
any
right.
mistakes we make, safety's got to
Yep.
fix. So we just all got to play our own job, do what we got to do, and get the job done.
I like it when you two guys have the most tackles on the team and not the
Yeah.
free safety behind you.
Amen.
For sure.
It's a good.
So we get to leave early Friday, head down to Port Neches Grove, and guys, I'm proud of y'all.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
This is for us up at the booth. We really enjoyed calling a playoff team
Yes, sir.
for sure. JR, take us out, brother.
Well, once again, congrats.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
And I'd like to call all the Bobcats and Bobcat fans out there to come out, join us Friday night, 7 o'clock down at P&G, and go Bobcats.
Go Bobcats.
Let's go.